With the big summer update coming up in just a few short weeks, we're going to have a lot of great content coming our way, including hyperburns. And these hyperburns are special because they're not the normal 1+2 where if you level up one time you get 2 levels each time. This one is a 1+4 event, which means every time you level up once, you get 4 additional levels. So for example, if you're level 205 and you level up, you will now be level 210, and then you'll go 210 to 215, 215 to 220, and so on and so forth. Now this will make it really easy to get characters all the way up to level 260, whether you're grinding or just doing dailies. And these hyperburns, I believe, come with an item burn event, which will help make the characters a lot stronger, a lot quicker, so you can clear more content earlier. Now, what you're going to want to hyperburn will differ between each person depending on what your main is and how far along in the game you are. So every class that I recommend is just a suggestion. You don't need to follow what I'm suggesting. Now, one class I will suggest is Shade, because its Legion block is crit damage, and so getting this character to level 250 for the highest tier Legion block is super critical, because there's only so many sources to get critical damage from, and this being one of them makes this a really important class to get to level 250. And this class is also pretty strong. I have one at level 250 as a boss mule. It clears its bosses really quickly, and if you plan on taking this class further, it is a support class, so you would be offering good additional damage to your party members. So I don't think you can go wrong with Shade. Eventually everyone, I think, will have to level it up to 250 if you haven't already. Now, going off of crit damage, another class that I think you should be able to hyperburn, even though it did just come out last month, is Moshuan. On its release you weren't able to hyperburn it, but since it won't be brand new, my guess is Nexon will allow you to hyperburn this class, because getting it to 250 is a really good idea, not only because of its crit damage Legion block, but it also does have a really good link skill, so it's important to have a Moshuan on your roster as well. And side note, I am currently main swapping to Moshuan. It's level 265 right now, and if you want to see more Moshuan content, check out my Twitch. But anyways, to cap off the crit damage classes, another class you could level up with this hyperburn is Hayato. Pretty much just because it's another crit damage class, and like I said earlier, there's only so many sources of crit damage in this game, so you want to get as much crit damage as you can where you can. So yeah, those 3 classes just for crit damage alone are really good options to hyperburn to get them to at least level 250. Another class that I think everyone should at least get to 250, so it would be a good option to hyperburn, is Zero, just for that little bit of additional XP. In the long run, that will go a long way, even if it doesn't feel like it right away. So getting that to 250 for the Legion block is another option that you could do with this summer hyperburn. And now these next 2 suggestions are a little bit more niche depending on what your main is. For example, if you're a class that needs a lot of cooldown skip, Mercedes could be a good option for you, since their Legion block is cooldown skip. And since I'm a Moshuan main now, I'll probably be doing Mercedes this summer just to get myself a little more cooldown skip. And if you're in the same boat as me, I recommend you do that as well. Now this one isn't quite as niche, but it is a little more min-maxy. Another option for you for this hyperburn is Mechanic for its buff duration Legion block, especially if your class is like a mage that has infinity that you need to upkeep. Having that up as long as possible is best for you so you can have higher damage output. But if you're really far along in the game, this is a good class to get to 250 anyways, so that you have a longer uptime on your AB link skill. And at the time of making this video, the class Sia is coming to GMS on June 11th, and my guess is, since it's a brand new class, you won't be able to hyperburn it right away, but I'm adding it to this list because in the future, when it does become hyperburnable, this would be a really good option, because if the link skill and Legion block are the same that they are in Maplestory Mobile, this would be a really strong class for everybody to have at least level 250. So let's all hope that this class does stay the same and offers these link skill and Legion options when it comes to our game. Now, if you're using this hyperburn to create a main or to main swap, I highly recommend just go with a class that you think looks the most interesting to you. When you're making a main, you don't want to meta slave, because classes can get nerfed, and if you're not absolutely in love with your class and you do pick what's just meta and it gets nerfed, you could end up just main swapping again in the future if you don't absolutely love your class since it got nerfed. So yeah, really just pick whatever you like if you're doing a new main. And finally, if you're using this hyperburn for a Legion champ or just a really strong boss mule, then I would suggest maybe going with something that's a little more on the top of the charts, because you want to be able to clear content as quick as possible and help save you with funding your characters so you don't have to spend quite as much Mesa. But yeah, these are my suggestions for the upcoming hyperburns. If you have any additional suggestions, comment them down below, and make sure to like and subscribe for more, and follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you guys in the next video.